Hello, beautiful mermaids. I have been promising you guys I would talk a little bit about the Finfolk fabric tails because I had never swam in one prior to a couple of weeks ago, and I have swam in quite a few different brands of mermaid tails. This is not a comparison video. I am not comparing how they swim with Mertailor, Finfun, any of the rest of them. I'm just talking about what I thought about Finfolk, being that it was my first time. I had heard some things online. As we do as mermaids, we hear all different opinions about all the different brands. And I had heard the word drag. That was the big one I heard, was that Finfolk fabric tails have a lot of drag when you swim. I took this guy out to the springs with me, and I had a Finnish shooter monofin in it. And what I've come to learn, first off, is that all of the different flukes that Finfolk have swim differently. So I have the sea nymph, and I have this beautiful fluke, and I've tested both, and I'm going to show them both to you. But yes, they do swim differently. So the Finfolk fabric tails are made out of a neoprene. They are actually about to redo their tails completely, so I'm not going to get into the details of this actual tail and its build because their new ones are coming so soon, and I'm totally going to do a review video on that one. So we're just going to talk about what it's like to swim in a Finfolk tail. I have a lot of experience swimming with monofins. I'm used to having a lot of propulsion and push, and I can swim quite fast. If you've seen my swimming videos before, I absolutely love to swim. It's a lot of fun. I was a little nervous when I heard that there was a lot of drag in these tails, but I knew that they had a Finnish fin in them, like what I was used to. So I took it to the springs, and first off, when I got into the water, which was a little chilly, I loved how the tail just like sucked to my body, like completely conformed to me. There was no empty extra space in the tail anywhere. It also kept me really warm compared to some of the other mermaid tails that I've worn. Because it is neoprene, it's a little thicker. It did act like a wetsuit, and it kept me really warm. For swimming, you guys, I'm not just saying this, I was blown away by swimming in this tail. It was so smooth, so fast. I had very little bend in the knees. You'll notice when you watch mermaids swim, the more bend in their knees that they have, the less kind of power and control that they have. This could be due to maybe they're a newer swimmer, maybe their muscle development for swimming is just not quite there. Maybe the tail is too heavy for them. Maybe it's just the way that their body wants to act naturally. But my goal personally with swimming is that I'm making a really beautiful S. So I want my body to move like this. And I have found kind of a way of doing that. Sometimes in a fabric tail, I find that my knees do bend a little more, which I don't like. So I had very little knee bend. I was able to control everything in the hips and ankles like I do. So looking at the sea nymph, which is one of my favorite flukes, it has a little bit more of a splay out on the sides, whereas a lot of the other flukes don't have that like extra horizontal outward. It's more like this. So I'm thinking that a lot of the people that were finding drag might have found it on the sea nymph. I also heard that the drag was a lot more apparent with the original first set of fabric tails, and that it got better with time over the years of them creating the tails. One of my favorite ones to swim in, and I have swam in a lot of different types of fabric tails, and it was comfortable, it was beautiful. I love the Finnish fins, I'm used to those. I also love that with the fabric tails, you can take the fin out and pack it in your suitcase, and then you can actually just take this whole tail and you can roll it like a sleeping bag. So starting at the top, you can just roll it down into a sleeping bag. You could fit it into a backpack, so really easy to travel with. They're not super heavy, which is nice. If you are smaller and maybe some fabric tails can be hard for you to swim in because of their weight, I love that the Finfolks are not too heavy. And the drag wasn't there for me, but it might be for other people. I think it also depends on your experience swimming and your strength. If you might be a little bit of a weaker swimmer, I think you're gonna feel drag on a lot of different things. Whereas if you are a stronger swimmer or you have a bigger muscle build, I think you'll be able to power through where the drag might be. So overall, all I can say is that I was just so excited how much I loved swimming in them. Everything, when it comes down to mermaid tails, is up to opinion. There is no right or wrong opinion on anything. So if you're used to seeing how I swim, if maybe you know me personally, you know my build, my preference, then maybe this will help you out in determining what fabric tail is best for you. I hope this helps some of you guys. I cannot wait to review their new tails when they come out. If you're new to me, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube. And of course, I am Vero Beach Mermaid on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, just Vero Beach Mermaid everywhere. So find me, follow me. I hope you enjoy my content, and let me know if there's a video specifically you guys would like to see. Otherwise, I will see you next time.